Hey, what is going on, guys? It's your boy Az. We are back here with another Storm Mighty Tower Omega. We're going to be running Cell 9 here. I've had time to kind of run it around again and try to do some other team comps. And yeah, it's brutal. Like, this Cell 9 is absolutely atrocious. We've got the Mephisto on spawn there. So, of course, we need basically characters that can stop his speed increase. And, of course, as well, there's only one team right now, right? That I think is fairly free to play accessible and free to play friendly as well, and that would basically be the Exalted X-Men. So we're going to be running that team here on top of two other ones. We're going to have the Professor Xavier team, and of course as well we're going to run a Phoenix Force team for those people that do have Phoenix Force unlocked. But yeah, I'm not gonna lie to you guys. Professor X is a pretty big investment. And it kind of sucks for people that don't have access to them. But we do have some options here, like I said, with the Phoenix Force. If you were lucky enough to have Omega Red, Phoenix Force, and Magneto in your arsenal, then definitely for sure use those guys because they're going to cancel out that speed manipulation. And if you don't have either of those two teams, this is the reason why I wanted to run it again, so I can showcase to you guys that the Exalted X-Men is also a nice choice. Unfortunately, if you do use the Exalted X-Men here on Cell 9, you will not be able to use them later on in Cell 12. So just keep that in mind here. But maybe you can't do Cell 10 anyways, so then if you do decide you want to, hey, I want to still do 9 so I can get some rewards out of it rather than nothing, and you don't want to build your curse, then that's great. You can still finish 9 here with the Exalted X-Men instead. And again, these teams are just so you guys can kind of put them in your back pocket so that when the when the Storm Tower returns, then you guys will have some better planning ahead so that you guys can tackle it next time. Okay, just taking a quick look at the roster here. So again, the first team we're going to run here is the Professor Xavier with Apocalypse. Yeah, this is like your end game. You've got everything unlocked. You probably didn't even need this video to begin with, but you know, I'm going to have it here just for completeness sake. Second team, again, like I said, we're going to be running Phoenix Force 3 plus we're going to use combinations of Immortal in there. Storm and Rachel are both raid-oriented characters as well, so this is a good strategy here if you guys want to incorporate those characters there, but doesn't necessarily mean they are a must. They'll just make things quite smooth because of the mass stun. And of course as well, like I said, this is a familiar team. If you guys have seen some of my other videos where I completed the Cell 12 just over the weekend here, you guys will see that this team is absolutely 100% very, very effective. And again, Storm is the big shiner here because of the fact that she can cancel up a lot of that. She can cancel out the the empowered state from Mephisto, so hence why we use her. And again, we'll just run this quickly here. The only character that I have is level 110 is Professor Xavier. Everything's tier 20 maxed out as much as he can go. Logan is also tier 20. I used him for the Blue Marvel run, but I have him as a barrier here for extra insurance. Apocalypse, same thing, 105 tier 20. Everything's leveled up other than the levels. And then yep, as you guys can kind of see here, pretty much everyone is gear tier 20 for the Phoenix Force. Rachel and my Storm all T4 tier 19 level 105. And of course as well, finally, if you guys have seen some of my Cell 12 footage, you'll know that my Exalted X-Men, pretty much everyone is G20. We got the G20 free Wolverine from the Best Buddies event. We had to bring up our Angel as well for just due to the lack of stars, so that's why he's G20. Storm is G20 level 110. She's the only one that's the other 110 here if you do decide to run this team, and she's also G20 as well. So really the only one is Jubilee, and honestly I would not recommend bringing her up to 20 because of the fact that she is she's a 100 cost, and it's a big chunk of resources, so I wouldn't recommend it unless you guys absolutely love her and you want to push her, then go for it. But that's the roster check, that's the stats. If you guys need to slow down the footage or anything to check it out, and also if this does not work for your lineup and these teams are not worth it, then yeah, then you guys can just cut my footage here and you guys don't have to watch the rest of the video because that is just gonna be a waste of your time, and I do value your guys' time. So other than that, let's jump into the gameplay. So I'm going to be running this one on sped up gameplay because I feel like for the most part it's very, very straightforward. We're going to be running this team here, and basically Professor X is Professor X. Again, if you use Old Man Logan here, you will not be able to use him later on with your Exalted X-Men. So maybe don't use Old Man Logan. I only use him here because of the fact that we are basically just slapping all the best of the best. Professor X, Apocalypse, you name it. And again, like I said, Old Man Logan is Old Man Logan. He's just going to basically shred these guys apart. Professor X, just make sure you use that special on Mephisto. He's going to take care of things really, really quick here. He's going to apply the ability block. He's going to apply the blinds. He's going to apply the trauma. He's going to do all that good stuff for us. And again, very, very straightforward. I feel like if you're running Professor X, But I think, yeah, hopefully you guys can see that even with Professor X on the board, hopefully you guys can see here that it is still a very dangerous node. And once I actually want Phoenix to die so that she applies just that special, it's very, very nice to have. And again, like I said, you don't necessarily need to have Phoenix in here. I think I just threw her in here because she gives the defense up to the X-Men team, and I thought that was very nice to give that extra little umph to our X-Men comrades. But yeah, hopefully you guys see here the next wave drops. It's very easy. Yeah, like I said, Old Man Logan just shreds things up. It's the same thing. We've seen it time and time again where he basically just owns Daemon. So anyways, yeah, that's as much as I want to say about that. Hopefully it makes sense. Hopefully you guys are able to see here that we can get to the end here. And yeah, for the most part, like I said, you shouldn't have any issues. If you're running Apocalypse and Professor Xavier, you're probably not needing this guide or my videos to begin with. So okay, so let's jump into the next one here. The next one here, we're gonna use Phoenix Force 3 plus Immortals. This is actually one that I haven't tried yet, so I wanted to try this one because I just know that Storm's gonna take her first turn. She's gonna apply the slow and the stun, and then of course as well we can combine that with Rachel's spread because of the fact that we have the Phoenix Force team and they should be able to cancel the speed manipulation, as well as the fact that we have the ability to mass blind these guys as well. So anyways, I know this team isn't probably the most ideal. If you didn't start playing this game back in January, you probably won't have access to Magneto. And of course, even during the course of his event, not a lot of people got high stars on him, but I was able to take advantage of that on both my baby and my main account. So hopefully, yeah, hopefully you guys were able to get him unlocked. If not, I hope he's back in the summer here. So again, we'll throw the alt here just to kind of get things going on leader. And then once leader has a bunch of those negatives, this is great. This is kind of giving me a little bit of nostalgia here with that cell 6 that we did with the Immortals. That's going to apply the mass blind and the mass stuns, excuse me. And then, yeah, you see here that it is very, very effective. Phoenix, we're just going to do the special here. Unfortunately, yeah, unfortunately, our Nightcrawler, our Rachel did die, and that's too bad because I really do like Rachel. But yeah, she's so good here. And then yeah, save the alt here. You don't need to use Omega Red's alt. Save it when the last wave drops. When that last wave drops, we're gonna be able to throw the blinds right here, and we're gonna throw the alt from Omega Red, and we're also gonna be able to throw Storm's alt as well. So literally everything thrown at them. And like I said, for the most part, I would say, you know, if you have access to Professor X, you can use Professor X. But if you don't have access to Professor X, you can use this team as well. And I feel like this one makes pretty short work of it as well. Actually, if anything, I think that's actually easier with this team over Professor X, just because, you know, we didn't want to use the Phoenix Force with the Professor X. But if you have, obviously, both of the teams, then incorporate a Professor X and incorporate Phoenix Force as well. That's probably the best ideal situation here. So hopefully you guys see that here. I'm not going to play the entire thing here because obviously you can see here that we're probably, you know, we're gonna win here, right? We can hit auto here, but yeah, you guys don't need to watch the rest of this. This is kind of boring. Okay, so this is probably, in my opinion, the most free to play friendly team, just because of the fact that we did get, you know, we have access to all these characters. You can farm a lot of these characters already, and on top of that, Angel was given to us, and on top of that, we also have access to Storm Mighty. But nonetheless, you know, if you don't want to build this team, and you don't want to build this Cosmic Crucible team, then yeah, I would say just stick with the other two. So this one here, we are able to take advantage of the fact that Storm can cancel the speed manipulation. This is great. Then we can also use Old Man Logan here to throw the stun. Now, keep in mind, if you use this team for Cell 9, you're not going to be able to use this team later on in Cell 12, and that's important because if you actually want to clear all the towers, then you can't use this team here. Having said that, if you can't even make it to Cell 12 and you know you're going to get stuck on like 10, like on the Accursed one, or if you can't get through Node 11 because you don't have Daring Warriors or the proper Sentry Daemon lineup, then this is the perfect time, and this is the best time to use this team here, especially because of the fact, like I said, all these characters are available to you. You can also farm Angel now in the credit store as well, and Old Man Logan's event has been recurring every couple weeks, and you can get Jubilee because she's a legendary unlock, and Storm Mighty is on this tower as well. So basically all the characters are available to you, and if you would have done the best buddies, you would also have gotten some good amount of shards on Wolverine, and if not, then you would probably already can farm him as well in the store here for the very cheap It's a very, I think it's a 2,000 credits or whatever. I don't remember the exact thing, but anyways, so very, very straightforward. Throw the alt here. I'm just, showcasing the fact that it is a very, very easy lineup here with this team, because Old Man Logan absolutely just shreds. I think this is the only situation here where nobody dies, actually, because we do have lots of heals here from this team. And like I said, it's more just the fact that we're controlling the board here. We've got mass stuns and lots of negatives, and Old Man Logan, when he just hits, he just gets going faster and faster, thanks to his passive, right? And of course, as well, we've got Storm applying the exposures. We've got Jubilee applying blinds. It absolutely is just a very, very straightforward node. And again, see, just throwing another stun here on Namor, so he can't do his alt. It's absolutely atrocious how much negatives we can get on these guys. Mephisto bleeds out. Great. Special. We can just throw the special on leader here. It's probably not going to kill him, but, like I said, every time we hit, I think we just get some heals back thanks to the healer ISO 8s. And of course, as well, Angel is also very good here because he does so many heals. And even at 2 stars, he does perform very, very well. Unfortunately, my characters are mostly G20, so I don't know if that makes a difference or if there's a minimum that you may need. But I will say that, they're a Cosmic Crucible team, and they're up against Mephisto. So, I mean, the fact that they can hold on their own against Mephisto is quite impressive on its feet, in terms of this. In terms of the, this tower event. But like I said, don't use this team if you do plan on trying to push all 12 floors. Do not use this team here, because otherwise it's not going to work. And assuming if you are trying to push all 12 floors, then you're most likely an end game player, and you're most likely have access to either the Phoenix Force guys, or you have access to Professor Xavier, which in that case, use Professor Xavier in this section if you can. But I have gotten quite a few questions about this node, and to see if there's any alternative teams. I've literally tried everything, and these were the 3 that worked. I've tried, there was some close combinations with Old Man Logan plus Nightcrawler and some other ones, but it was not, we weren't killing Mephisto fast enough. And if you don't block his empowered form, it's just really hard to beat this node. So unfortunately, we do need some sort of extra Cosmic Crucible side of things, and that's where this team falls in place here. It's either that or the Phoenix Force. The Phoenix Force can also cancel it, but or Professor X. So one of those teams, or Professor X doesn't cancel it, but he's just so good that he can mitigate through Mephisto's empowered state. But anyways, hopefully you guys can see that here. Once the next wave drops, it really is very, very straightforward. Honestly, Old Man Logan's just basically just shredding everybody up. The Exalted X-Men are just really good because of their sustain. I wouldn't say they're like amazing, or if their stats are like off the charts. They're just, like I said, they're very good for this mode because of the fact that they cancel out Mephisto. And on top of that, they give time for Old Man Logan to kind of build up his, his revive, and then to get the bleeds across and get the ability blocks, and also get these stuns, which basically you give him enough turn meters and enough turns, he basically just decimates the board, right? This is the reason why he's so good in Dark Dimension, and this is no different here. So hopefully you guys can see that here. I don't know if I need to play the whole damn footage for you guys, but obviously you can hopefully see here that you can see that it is very straightforward. And Old Man Logan just absolute shreds. And again, like I said, there may be some other team compositions. I think you can run. I'm not sure if you can run New Mutants on this. This is just Mutants, right? So I think you can run New Mutants on this as well. But I don't recommend that unless, like I said, if you want to use New Mutants on the last section. If you got access to New Mutants, then you probably want to use them for Cell 12. If you don't have Exalted X-Men built up, you want to use them there as well. So anyways, so hopefully it makes sense. 3 different ways to do it. Not sure if this was helpful. Not sure if I'm just regurgitating what's already known to people, but I figured this was helpful. I don't know if a lot of people realize you can use Exalted X-Men here, but they are very good, and I'm starting to realize now that for sure, I'm glad I put resources into this team. And it will be interesting as well to see what happens with Morph. Morph will be able to cancel out a lot of the speed that we don't really get the cancellation here from this team. We just canceled the Empower state, but it will be nice to get that speed manipulation canceled as well. And there you guys have it. So those are the 3 teams. Like I said, depending on where you are in the game, various difficulties, but I would say right now, use the team that works for your roster. And if you can't do Cell 10, then you may be able to use some of those teams there to get through Cell 9. At least you'll get some rewards out of it. And if you don't have any of the teams that I suggested, well, hey, that's okay. Now we kind of know, right? We know Professor X works. So if you're close to getting Professor Xavier unlocked, great. we can use it for next month. If you also are on the fence about building Exalted X-Men and now you're like, whoa, hey, this works, we can use Exalted X-Men next time it comes back, great. Or if by some miracle Phoenix Force, Magneto comes back, or Omega Red comes back before the launch of this next event, then you can also use that team as well. So other than that, guys, always appreciate your time. Always appreciate you guys tuning in. Hopefully you guys have a wonderful rest of your day as well. And I'll keep you guys posted if there's any updates with regards to the game. Other than that, thank you for watching. I'll see you guys in the next one.